Hi everyone, thank you for joining our live Q&A today. I'm going to now hand it over to our lovely lecturers to answer any of your questions.
Hello, my name is Vinny. I'm the front of house lecturer for the Brooksby Melton College, and I will answer all your food and beverage questions.
Hi, my name's John. I'm the chef lecturer, and I can answer any questions you've got on the catering side.
Okay, let's start off with some questions. So what are the entry requirements for catering and hospitality?
Over to you, John.
Well, depending on your grades, level 2 with a GCSE 3 to 4, maths and English. Level 1, we would like to see 2 and 3, but you know, obviously we're depending on if you've got GCSE in cookery or you've already done some other catering, we would take you based on that as well.
So don't be too worried about that, because we do offer functional skills, maths and English as well, to go alongside your qualification.
Is there a kit or a uniform for this course?
There is actually. So once we know when the students do actually come in, we give out a kit list for the requirements for front of house and for kitchen. So you will get you know, a full kit list for what we feel that you will need to facilitate your course. So it's very formal front of house. So it's like shirt, trousers, waistcoat. And the kitchen's obviously full chef whites, and that's depending on your family situation, whether you get that as a bursary or whether you have to pay for the kit. But we do send out a kit list out to you.
We're also looking at, rather than you purchasing books, we're hoping that the library will be able to have an ebook, so that just make it you've got access to it at all time for the courses. So that should help with your equipment list.
So how many hours will I be in college?
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. Well, this year, Monday is traditionally your functional skills day for the people that do functional skills, and it's like a tutorial in the afternoon just to keep you up to date with everything. And then it's normally Tuesday afternoon, because Tuesday is also taken up for functional skills in the morning. Then you will come into the area, and whether it be front of house or kitchen, you'll go into your areas, and then Wednesday's virtually all day, Thursday's virtually all day, and we offer an evening service as well, but that's normally dedicated for level 2 and level 3 students. And believe it or not, Friday is normally your day off as well. So it's like a 4-day week, but we do put quite a lot in that 4-day to make sure that you're getting all the learning and skills that you require for your qualification.
And that's primarily for level 1. If you're level 2, your day will probably start around the same sort of thing. You probably do functional skills or GCSE on a Tuesday, and then you'd work all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, and then come in and work on a Friday lunch. So your days would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and level 1 might be Monday to Thursday.
So when does the course start?
Everybody would like to know that answer. September. Obviously with COVID-19, we're actually looking at going back in a couple of weeks' time to get our current students through, but definitely early September. So enrolment will be the announcements for enrolment. If you're successful in the course, you should have that by I would say middle to end. I'd say probably middle of August, and then enrolment will start first week of September. And then the course will start obviously probably a week or so after that.
I think on the calendar it says that enrollment would be on the 24th of August, and then starting induction would be the first week in September, and then of course whatever course you choose will start on the 14th or 15th of September.
So what kind of facilities do you have at Brooksby Melton?
Well, we haven't got a swimming pool, so I'm sorry I can't help with that. So if you're into swimming, apologise for that. But in the kitchen, we've got, if you've been watching the videos and the resources we've got on there, you'll see that we've got a really large kitchen, a lot of modern equipment. We do a lot of advanced techniques. So in the kitchen itself, we can take you up to level 5, and we've got a lot of industry experience there. And if you just look in our restaurant, I think Vinny will say we've got an amazing looking restaurant.
Yeah, so it's very state of the art facility. It's pretty much brand new. It's only 5 years old. So yeah, so the actual the look of the training restaurant is amazing, and it's a really good feel. And we just give you a live experience of working in a real-time restaurant, and you will enjoy your experience with us.
And can I still do the course if I'm over 19?
Yes, you can, but I'm going to pass you over to John with that, because he's got more knowledge of this subject than me.
Okay, so if it's your first level 2 qualification and you're over 19, I do believe you don't have to pay for it. So if you're over 19 or over, so just to let you know, we've currently got a student who's 40 and a student who's 28 and 30. So age is no barrier to learning. Depending what course you want to do, it makes no difference to your age. What also happens if you are receiving any benefits, that might help towards, you may not have to pay for the cost of the course, but yeah, being over 19 really makes no difference now.
So what kind of skills and techniques will I learn on the course?
John, you go kitchen first, mate.
Okay, so when you first start on the course, we teach you the basics. So basically, it's about health and safety and hygiene. When we look at knife skills, we start with vegetable preps, just to give you some simple things. And then we bring it through this full stages. So we cover all the methods of cooking: boiling, baking, braising, stewing, so wet and dry methods. And then we'll cover all the aspects through that through the first year. And then as we progress through the years to year 2 and year 3, we take the skills up higher and higher to sort of really stretch and challenge you, so that when you go out into industry, you've got a real broad base of understanding, knowledge and skills. In the restaurant, well, that's Vinny can tell you that. Vinny, would you like to carry on with that?
Yeah, so it's fundamentally a bit like the kitchen, but obviously in the front of house. So we give you the fundamental skills of good customer service and how we perceive good customer service. So it is a very kind of like structured course in terms of how we communicate with our customers, making sure that we're giving them the experience of having a good dining experience. We go through all the units of like food, beverage. So we talk about wines, we talk about beers. We go into like the principles of hospitality and catering. We cover lots and lots of different units to ensure that you've got everything that you need to be successful in your chosen career.
Is that enough information? Would you like any more?
No, that's perfect. So what qualifications will I gain?
Well, I'll let you go with that, Vinny, for the front house first.
Okay, so front of house, it's a City and Guilds qualification. So it's pass, merit or distinction. So at level 1, it's we go through a number of units. We cover hot beverages, we cover food and drink, as I said, and we go through each unit. We take it a step at a time. So it is a little bit of theory work involved with the qualifications, and then we do what we call an end test, and that's pass, merit or distinction. And then we do some practical assessments. So your practical assessments will be, you'll be assessed on serving behind the bar, serving customers, and also taking a payment and a booking. So that we've done on an assessment basement. And what we do, we take our time here to make sure you're good and ready for that. So we do look after you. And the same with level 2, but level 2 is a little bit more in depth. It's a step up, obviously, from level 1. And again, it's the same kind of like process that we do for level 2 as well. So we do look after you, make sure that you're good and ready for all your assessments. So don't be worried about that.
Yeah, in the kitchen, it's fairly basically the same. We have a straightforward syllabus where you cover, as we said, you cover all the methods of cooking. We do quite a lot of different techniques, and it's every 4 or 5 weeks you'll have, we call it a B test. So it's just a small test just to see if you understand what the dishes you've been doing, and we progressed that right through towards the end. At the end, we'll do an end test, and you'll have some theory papers alongside that as well. But again, we support you with all the things you need, and we're doing lots of things. Because we've got a live restaurant, there's always lots on. So if you need to update your skills, we can push you onto a different department. If you've missed something this week, we can catch up with it on any of our live classes.
And also we offer enrichment activities. So we do take the students out for maybe to a nice restaurant to get some a nice feel of fine dining, and also we do away days, so a little bit of team building as well.
So what are the enrichment activities on the course?
Okay, so we took the students this year up to the University College Birmingham. It's really it was really to look at industry and its higher levels. So what we do say to our students is that your aspirations are our aspirations. We would like to think that all our students, when they start on the level 1, they'll aspire to go to university, and the qualifications they get with us will help that. So we took the students off of that. Another thing we do is we take a trip to the Army. So we've got one coming up shortly. We've got another one. So it's called the Army Chef's Challenge. So I'm going to take 20 students, front of house and kitchen. We're going to go to the Army. They're going to give us some tasks to do, some management tasks and some activities and a bit of fun and sport. And then they're going to produce a 3-course meal using Army rations in the field. So it's about teamwork, team building. And then we've got other visits, as you said, as Vinny said, we're going to go and try and, we've got some access to some Michelin-star restaurants this year. And next to who said they'd like to take us, show us around. And then, Vinny, have you got any more stuff that you've been thinking?
Well, yeah. So there's a local brewery in Melton called Round Corner, which literally is round the corner from the college. So unfortunately, with COVID-19, we had to postpone that one. But going forward next year, there is lots of different enrichment activities. So like we'll take you to a live food show where that normally takes place at the NEC in Birmingham, and show you around there. So yeah, so we do lots of like hands-on things that we think that's applicable to your qualification. So for instance, front of house takes you to like a brewery, might take you to a coffee house to show you some some nice how coffee's made and stuff like that. We've actually got our first question from Joe. Joe's saying, how do I apply?
Okay, so based on that, obviously you would contact Student Services, or you could apply online. We've got our own books there as well, or you could ring the college itself. There are a number of avenues. I think I'm certainly within this package here. I think there's a way to do it. You can do it online, as I said here, or you could, on the question and answer centre, you could speak to a student advisor after we finish. Is that correct?
Absolutely, and if you'd like to apply for our catering course here at BMC, you can apply on our website on www.brooksbymelton.ac.uk.
And just to answer your first question, Joe, yes, we do offer additional support as well.
So I heard about a pie festival. What was that about, and were the students involved?
John?
Well, yeah, I think what that was about was that they have the British Pie Awards, and once we heard about it, as we're the home and rural catering, we decided what we should do is we should enter a couple of pies. Now, our front of house staff actually take part in the awards and look after a lot of the organisation part of it. So Vinny will tell you that. I think they were there for that. Was it 2 or 3 or 4 days? Were there, Vinny?
2 days. We were there for 2 days. We actually we were there for when all the pies were brought in from the competitors, so we have to make sure that they're going into the correct categories. So you've got cold pies, and you've got obviously warm pies, to make sure obviously the cold pies go into a refrigerated space, and obviously the warm pies are they're sort of like obviously ambient at this time, so they're all sort of like packaged appropriately, and they all have to be a certain weight, certain temperature, and everything else. So our students have to make sure that they're we're picking the guidelines for the National Pie Awards, and then when it goes live, we're literally we're helping the chefs that are actually cooking the pies and make sure that and delivering them to the correct station. So it is quite busy for a good few hours, but it's a great bit of fun.
And for us, we made 2 pies. We made Cow Hill pie, which was a an old recipe from the 1500s, and then we did a medley pie, which was a Melton mulberry pie, a hot and a cold pie. Interested students did it, they enjoyed it, and although we didn't win an award, apparently our pie was talked about quite a lot by other judges, which was good. And we'll be doing it again next year.
Yeah. And unfortunately, with COVID-19, we were actually going to be participating in the Cheese Awards in Melton, but obviously that's been postponed due to COVID-19.
So what career prospects in catering and hospitality?
Oh my God, the world's your oyster. Go, John.
Okay, all right. Well, just to give you a clue. So, from the chefing point of view, if we just take a little bit where I've worked. So, I took the students to work on the 2012 London Olympics. So we took 17 students from the college, not this college, to work at the Olympics. We took students, so you can work whatever sport you're interested, you can do. So, I know Vinny, my cohort, he's a Coventry City supporter. He's into football, but I've worked on the World Cup final, the Rugby League final, the Rugby World Cup final, the Athletics final, the San Siro. So if you're into sport and that, there's a whole variety of things you can work at. You can just do fine dining. It might be that actually, you know what, you don't want to do that. You want to work in a hospital, so you can work in hospitals, public. As Vinny said, you really can work wherever you want to work. But the catering industry, if you want to go and work abroad, this is the thing to do. So you can take your trades wherever you want to go.
Yeah. Sorry, just to pause there. Joe's put another message across. What happens if I don't get the grades? I think we answered that earlier, Joe, so I wouldn't worry too much, because if you don't get your grades, we can offer you functional skills. So we'll do level 1 or level 2 in maths and English, and the college will support you where that's concerned. Obviously, this is concerning if you are actually applying for level 1, but if you're applying for level 2, we need to see you need to have some industry experience, or you need to have GCSEs at least grade 3 or 4. Is that correct? So just to sentiment what John was saying, yes, the world is your oyster. So front of house, you can go and work in Michelin star restaurants if you would like. You could go and work at your local coffee shop. You could work abroad. You could go work on the QE2. It's literally the world is your oyster. So it depended on you, on how you are as a person, where you would like to work and where you find yourself. So but don't be too pressured in that. No, we do offer guidance where we see fit, and we're very approachable people, so we'll give you as much guidance for your career as we will do for your qualification.
One of the things about this is we often get contacted by restaurants, good restaurants, and who are looking for chefs or front of house, so we can recommend you that. So if you are looking for work and you want to be local or you further afield, we've got loads of industry contacts, so we can help you find employment in places where you might be considering.
So there's another question from Joe, and he's asked, is there any transport?
Yes, there is. Joe, can you just whereabouts in the area are you from, in the Leicestershire, Rutland area? But the college do offer transport, and all this information will come out in a package to you once you apply and get accepted onto the course, and the college do support you in that respect.
Could you tell me more about student success stories?
Do you want to jump on that video or not? Or...
Well, previous students have done extremely well. I'm actually quite new to the college. I've only been here well, about 6-7 months, to be fair, and obviously a large proportion of that has been doing it remotely, COVID-19. So yeah, so there is, as I know, there is quite a few students that have actually gone on and into the industry and making their steps on the ladder and progressing. But as I say, I'm quite new to the college, so yeah. So all I know is from the current students, they keep in contact with ex students, and they say, yeah, there's quite a few people that are actually in quite nice restaurants and hotels.
Yeah, we've got chefs working at Hamilton Hall. We've got chefs working at Rushton Hall. I've got a chef that I have taught who's currently got his own TV show. He's wrote 3 books. So he started off as a chef. He's now an author. He's got his own TV channel. So, and that's just, you know, whenever he does occasionally, he'll send me something and he'll just say, you know, what he learned at college stood him in great stead for the industry he's in now. So I think what Vinny said itself, what we actually give you to take into industry is unsurpassable.
And your career will take you down very different avenues and career changes. So it is sort of like can sort of like mold into a different side of hospitality and catering. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be working in a restaurant for the next 30 years or so of your career. You can actually move around and make yourself progress within the industry up to a management level. So it's down to your personal aspirations you have.
So somebody has asked, is there a restaurant at the college?
There is indeed. We have a state-of-the-art training restaurant, and we do go live. So we go live from Tuesday through to Friday. So we offer a lunch service, which is 12 till 2, and we have a live evening service on a Thursday evening as well. So it's like more of a fine dining experience, and we take these evenings as well where we do themed nights and stuff. So we kind of like change up a little bit, so make it that it's what it's like in the industry for our students, so they can get the best underpinning knowledge to take them forward.
And people also book the restaurant for private parties. We've had some private parties and children's parties, and we do a lot of Christmas work there. So it's very full on when you come into work here.
Again, don't be put off by it, we'll help you.
Yeah, yeah, used to that. Well, there's a question there about apprenticeships. We currently run apprenticeships. Vinny, do you want to jump into that one?
Oh, I haven't seen that question.
Yeah, it's a question that just come up. Would you?
Well, let me scroll down. Oh God. So where apprentices are concerned, we offer level 2 front of house is what we call team member, and we offer level 3 as well, apprentices. So our level 2s at the minute, I've got a few students that are work-based learners, so they're outside working at various establishments in the Melton area, and they come into me on a Monday to do the theory side of stuff, and we also do some practical elements. And also again we offer level 3 apprentices, and the college, depending on how many students we get through, we actually employ them. So this year we've got 4 apprentices that the college actually employ, and we get them through their apprenticeship at level 3, which is more of your first line management level, and we obviously take you through the units in the course in that respect. So we do offer. But if you are in a current employer, so if you're working in a local restaurant or coffee shop or hotel in the area, you can apply, and we can, as I said, we can bring you into college, and we do sort of like a 1 day a week operation with you. So you can speak to your employer about that one, and they come to us, and then we offer obviously how much it's going to cost to get you through, and etc. etc.
And we also do, for the chefs, we do commis chef, so that would be a level 2 apprenticeship, and then we do chef to parties. So we cover all the aspects of, a bit like the hospitality supervisor, so it's a level 3 first stage into management for a chef.
Would you recommend doing the apprenticeship from an anonymous? That is totally down to you, sir or madam. It's if you will, obviously where the apprenticeship is concerned, it's more hands-on in work, and you are pretty much being taught the skills of the trade whilst you're working, and that's down to your employer. Now, where I'm from, I did the similar course to what I'm actually teaching now when I was similar age to yourself. So it's sort of like I went to college, I went to FE for 3 years, and that's the route that I took. But it doesn't necessarily say that you can do the apprenticeship. Obviously, where the apprenticeship's concerned, you will get paid whilst doing your apprenticeship and your teaching, but it is more hands-on, and it's a little bit, you know, learning on the job, and obviously take you out of your working environment for one day at the college, where we then give you some theory aspects, or depending on your organisation, that your assessor may come out to you and assess you in the workplace. So there is some fors and against it. It's totally dependent on yourself.
So for the person in the apprenticeship, what side are you looking at? Are you looking at for hospitality, or are you looking for chef? Okay, so Joe, for the chef side, so as Vinny said, if you're a chef apprentice, that means you're going to get paid on the job. Your first year would be at the apprentice salary, but normally what happens is most businesses will probably pay you a higher rate. So exactly what you do all your on-the-job training, your practical tasks in work, and then you come to us and we'll just give you the underpinning theoretical knowledge, plus we'll give you some guidance towards your endpoint assessment.
Okay, everyone, that is the end of the session. If you have any further questions, please email courseinquiries@brooksbymelton.ac.uk. You can also apply now on our website, which is www.brooksbymelton.ac.uk. The email and the website is now shown in the live Q&A section. Thank you so much for joining our live Q&A today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we really hope to see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.